Hi everyone and welcome to Buff Horses, the last seasonal championship we have left to do in the summer of Series 14 in Forza Horizon 5, and I have to say the car restrictions for it make me worry. They are S1 class Mustang cars in road racing, and what happens when we put S1 muscle cars on the public road in Forza Horizon 5? Wreckfests happen, especially if that's the tight track like Chihuahua circuit here, and you can see right from the beginning there's all the smoke and sparks in front of us. Even AI joins the fun and rams me out of the way. I am starting last or close to last, so I have to pass somehow through all of this mess, and my tactic really is simple. I'm gonna try to play it safe, avoid as many collisions as I can, and yeah, try to survive the ones I cannot. But you can see the mess that's going on the screen. We kind of made clear of most of the AIs, but it's the teammates that make me worry. The constant collisions, the pieces of twisted metal flying in the air, the smell of burnt rubber, all of this is what probably characterizes the race like this, especially if you do it in co-op. I guess in solo it's a little bit easier and you can be the rammer, but yeah, in public co-op session it's not even a question whether you're going to be rammed. You will be rammed. There's no way around it. It's just a question how bad it's going to be. And as you can see, my teammate ahead is burning his tires in every single corner, sliding and drifting. I just don't know why people do that. I mean, it's so obvious how slow it is. Even as careful as I'm trying to drive, you can see each time there's smoke popping up from his tires, I'm getting closer and closer. And yes, he did try to prevent me from passing, but somehow I managed to make it through by the end of the second lap, up in the first position. A little bit too close for comfort still, so I still run at risk of being rammed from the behind, but my point here is to try to stay clear of the trouble and bring some points for the team, because yes, this is not an individual race. My desire to be in front is not so much dictated by the personal wish for a win, which is obviously there, but really by maximizing my usefulness to the team, because if you are in the middle of all that mess, chances are you'll end up sitting somewhere on the side of the road after being knocked out of the checkpoint or smashed into the wall. Went a little bit wide here, but by now it doesn't matter. It seems like I safely, well, reasonably safely, with just a few dents on my Mustang GT, made it to the finish in the first position. Woo! This was really fast. I mean, it wasn't the fastest race, but it was clearly action-packed. Let's go for the second one and try to repeat the success. And now the second race is Riviera Sprint. So let's see where we are starting. Hopefully a little bit further ahead. No, almost next to last. So again, an exercise of trying to pass our teammates, our friends, yeah, as safe as possible. That didn't quite work. The first overtake ended up with me in the wall, being sideswiped by the teammate in the Mustang Mach-E, who immediately missed a checkpoint and fell back all the way to the end of the pack. So now we, yeah, almost position ourselves for an attack on the first place, which was abruptly ended by another over enthusiastic teammate ramming us into the rear multiple times by now, but yeah, finally got clear. Now the team player in me says, probably chill down a little bit, look how the situation develops at the back, and be prepared to hold off any AI advances if our teammates start struggling. But to be honest, screw it. I just want to get as clear as possible from the rest of the lobby as far as I can to make sure I don't get hit into the wall again. I had my fair share of that, and it seems like the despite the love to sliding in the corners and ramming your teammates, the rest of the team is doing quite fine. There's 1, 2, 3 so far between us, all human players, so I don't need to be worried about team scores anymore. I can just rush to the final destination, to the finish, and end this seasonal championship. Whew, yeah, on a good note. Unless I miss a checkpoint or something, I should be fine for a second win. Now, the tune I'm running for this is a seasonal tune by SINEAP. We used it sometime before, I can't quite remember when, but it's a seasonal tune, right? Don't expect it to be competitive in rivals or online. It's not made for this, but it's pretty perfect for the championship like that, because it's really easy to drive. It's moderate in terms of power, but it has really good grip. It's alright handling. It could be a little bit more oversteery, but it's still fine. So overall, my recommendation for this, but don't expect to be using it in online lobbies or anywhere else, which is fine. Otherwise, if you want a competitive Mustang tune, that will be a real willpower build, and that would be a completely different car in terms of how to drive it. I didn't feel right bringing it here. I think there's enough of the mess as is. And with that, we arrived at the finish of the second race and the finish of this championship. I hope it was entertaining. It was certainly for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.